Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my Level Up family. I'm so excited to be here. It's June, so we're dropping this episode on June. If you're listening to it on drop day, we're halfway through the year. So you've got 6 months to crush your goals. So when you really think about it, what did you see when the ball dropped this year and it was New Year? What was your vision? What did you see? What did you declare as we entered into the new year? Because it's amazing that on January 1, right, we've got a clean slate, a whole year, a fresh start, 365 blank pages, so much vision. Do you still have it? Because I'm always going to be that voice to remind you. Okay. Are you ready to create or recreate it? Because we have got 6 months to make your yearly goals and dreams a reality. You are limitless. If there's one thing you're going to affirm and breathe into your heart every day, I am limitless. I am limitless. I can do everything. I can do anything that I set my mind to. It's more than your goals for the year. When you're thinking about what you're accomplishing this year, that's part of your 5-year plan. And that's part of your 10-year plan, because the days compound, the years compound, every single habit compounds, every decision compounds. So I want to talk about a topic that is pretty powerful. You have the power to create any single thing you want this year. It starts with a decision. And every decision you make each and every day plays a huge role. And this is what we're going to talk about today. I want you to hear this and I want you to let it sink in. Okay. Unsuccessful people make decisions based on their current situations, and successful people make decisions based on where they want to be. So I want you to let that sink in, because so often we think a decision is I'm going to succeed or I'm going to go after my goals. But there's a million decisions in the meantime. It's doing things when you don't feel like it. So what does that mean? Your daily decisions should be made by your future self, not your current self. Your future income, not your current income. Your future health, feeling body-wise, not the one you're in now. If you've decided, if you have created a vision, if you know like you know, if you're all in, it's time to start to show up every single day like that person, like that leader, like that best version of yourself. Show up like the person with the amount that you already desire to have in the bank, right? If you were already making the amount of money or income on your vision board, would you invest in you? Would you attend events? Would you stress out about money? You wouldn't. You'd feel abundant, successful, grateful, generous, right? So let's start with health. Do you have a vision for your health? So maybe it's losing weight. Maybe it's gaining weight. Maybe it's muscle tone. Maybe it's an exercise goal. Maybe it's moving your body 10,000 steps a day. Maybe it's staying away from sugar and processed foods and gluten. Maybe it's fueling your body. Make decisions based on that. See yourself in that version of health. See and feel your healthiest self. Exercise like that version of you. Now, I don't mean all of a sudden go out and run 20 miles when you don't have the stamina for it, but make the decisions. So when I say exercise like that version of you, regularly, committed, consistent, eat like that version of you. Our health is a byproduct of our habits. And in order to change our current reality, it's changing our habits. Eat and move like the person you want to be, not the person you are today. It's the only way to change. In order to change, we must change. It's easy to want to improve your health. Then when it comes to working out, we decide to sleep instead. That's what I'm talking about with decisions. Or maybe we're so comfy on the couch that the idea of getting up and getting your workout gear on is exhausting. Make a decision based on the health version of you. That's how you succeed in that area. The people you see in optimum health, They're making exercise a priority. They didn't magically wake up and feel that way. They do what most don't. They don't make decisions based on how they feel. They make decisions on how they want to look and feel. That's how we change. Think about eating healthy. Eating healthy tastes and feels amazing. Like when I'm in my health era, which is actually 80% of my life, I'm like, why don't I eat this way 100% of the time? It's amazing. However, it's easier to make pasta than protein in a salad. We control what we put in our mouth. We control our mindset. Eat like your future self. Eat like we've got one vessel, one body, one life. It is easier and more convenient to eat unhealthy very often. Every day we have the power to decide to level up or to remain, to become who we want or to make decisions based on the person we are today. So let's talk about moving your success forward. Where do you see yourself in 3 months? The next 6 months? To get what you want, you must do things different. Think about successful people in your field, in your company, in your job. Create a vision of who you want to be. When you're tempted to scroll or procrastinate or be negative or complain or make excuses or settle or talk yourself out of your greatness or not show up, I want you to rethink that. Those are decisions based on unsuccessful people. You cannot be successful and lazy. Lazy make decisions that avoid discomfort. Successful people know that comfort is dangerous. It's deadly. Average talk all they want. They wish for it. And when it comes time to make decisions, they make decisions out of convenience. Success isn't convenient. Successful people are willing to say no to anything that is out of alignment with their goals and vision. Successful people will say no to going out with people that don't have goals. Successful people will make a conscious decision to stay away from negativity. Decision making is a muscle, and our long-term success is determined by the decisions and the choices that we make daily. So I'm going to go over 5 choices successful people make, or 5 decisions, because that's really the topic of the podcast, all right? So number 1, we're going to talk about freedom. Successful people are willing to give up their freedom for long-term success. And look, some people say, I don't ever want to. All right. Everything in life is an exchange. When most people start, especially as an entrepreneur, right? A lot of times you're a one-man band. You don't have a team. You don't have people working for you. If that's the type of business you're in, you're putting in all the hours. You're putting in the sweat equity. No matter what type of business you have, it may take working 7 days a week and long hours. This is how you grow your business. You're exchanging some of your freedoms. This is how you get it going. Unsuccessful people want it, but their decisions aren't in alignment with their dreams. There isn't any such thing as massive success without deciding to be giving up some of your free time. As you grow your business, as you develop leaders, as you hire people, as you train and develop, then you can begin to possibly leverage or have a little bit more time. The initial sacrifice is necessary. It should be an easy decision when your goals and dreams are really big. Are you willing to put your head down for a period of time? Because so many people want the dream, but their work ethic is a nightmare. Number 2, social life. Social life. I could talk about me personally. I absolutely made sacrifices in this area. I was hustling. I was building. I was working. Successful people make different decisions when it comes to social life. It was a sacrifice, but for me, it didn't feel like one. My heart was on fire. My heart is on fire. I was determined. You have goals. You have dreams. Saying no to things is easy. Successful people prioritize their social calendar like the income earner they want to be, not the one they are at the moment. It's really easy to get distracted with social events. It's tempting to make decisions and justify where you are instead of where you're going. It's easy to say, sure, I could go. I've got nothing going on anyway. Make something going on. Get to work. That is where self-discipline comes in, right? I grew my business faster working it more. I mean that's common sense. It's kind of the law of time, if that even exists, the law of time. Successful people put in the effort. I'm so happy I did. Elated, actually. I made decisions based on my future, not my reality. That is how you change your reality, when you change your current reality and create your future. Number 3, time. Successful people decide, they make decisions that they're willing to put in the time. They don't work based on how they feel. They work based on their goals and their vision. When you make good choices with your time, you build focus to make good use of your time. You develop time management. I worked like a beast for 5 to 10 years without lifting my head up. To some, that's really unattractive. But I wanted what most people didn't have. So I made decisions that most people don't. It's as easy as that. You don't have to agree. You don't have to want that for yourself. But again, remember what you're listening to. You're listening to Level Up. So that's what we're always going to be talking about. To me, it was worth it. I saw results. I gained momentum, and I regret nothing. Number 4, balance. This is a word we hear a lot today. Everyone wants balance, and we all have a very different definition of balance. My definition is to be where I want, when it matters. But it took decisions along the way to create that. That took making decisions based on where I was going. It did take being incredibly out of balance. There were things that I missed, whether it was kids' games or tucking them in for a period of time. I was totally out of balance to gain the balance that I wanted to create in my life. I was totally out of balance to gain that. I see so many people with big goals and dreams that aren't willing to show up. They're not willing to put in the time. They're not willing to get in their car and drive distance. They're not willing to go to events that will grow their business. And again, that's their choice. But these are the decisions. Successful people make one type of decision. Unsuccessful people make another type of decision. It's not a right or wrong. It just simply is what it is. And I don't mean to sound insensitive. I'm a mom. It's my greatest joy. It's my greatest title, and it's my greatest accolade. I made decisions for years to build a life for my family, a life with more choices, a life of being present, a life of traveling. Hard work takes making decisions to put in the effort, to put in the grit. Successful people know that. And they take all of that into consideration when they are making a decision in any particular moment. Number 5, our sense of comfort. Growing is uncomfortable. Successful people make decisions that are uncomfortable. They work when they do not feel like it. They put in the effort when they feel rejected, when they feel tired, when they feel defeated. They set goals that scare them. They level up their network, and they force themselves out of their comfort zone, and they meet new people. That's a decision to meet new people, to talk to strangers, to get to meet new friends. They decide to get up and talk to someone versus not talk to them because they fear that what somebody will think, how they will be perceived. They make decisions based on the opinions of others. Successful people make decisions to grow their future. The path to success is filled with obstacles. It's part of the journey. There will be setbacks. There will be hurdles. There will be feelings of discomfort and vulnerability. And they're also filled with the best times you will ever have. You have to be willing to make decisions that force you to change. You can never make a change if you're unwilling to leave your comfort zone. And leaving your comfort zone is those little decisions of, should I talk to that person? Should I get up and introduce myself? Should I pick up the phone? The current friends you have now may be comfortable, and deep down, you may know in your heart it's time to expand. That takes a decision. To be extraordinary, to succeed, to build the life you dream about, you must be extraordinary. You must go above and beyond. You cannot do what most do. You can't talk like most do. You cannot make excuses like most do. You've got to go for it. The decisions you make today create your future. So I want you to visualize your future. Set powerful goals. Decide you're doing it. Be the person and the leader in your mind who has already achieved it. Make decisions that support your best self because you were born to stand out. You were born to succeed. Make decisions that force you to level up. So I love you, my friends. Let's lock arms and make the next 6 months the most powerful 6 months. And I want you to look up at the end of the year and say, I am so grateful that I decided to think like the leader that I intend to be instead of the person that I am today. I believe in you more than you'll ever know.